See, unusual place for you here.
Yeah, you know, I didn't think I'd be starting in turn 4, but we're certainly going to go through it tonight. But it'll be all right. We had a good car all day today. We just qualifying didn't go our way. Cold tires, cold track. Just didn't quite expect what happened, and kind of had the kiss of death. You know, you had a good lap going through the first lap, and then you just screw up 3 and 4 coming to the wide, and just kills the rest of it. So, but 75 laps, got a whole nother race ahead of us. So. We'll try to get what we can here, and you know, we always try to like to win both, but tonight we'll just get what we get.
All right, C. Falcon at number 40. Folks, this young man's not going to be back here very long. Keep an eye on the 40. He'll be moving forward.
We're getting down to local short track racing here at Langley Speedway, the late model stock cars in 75 laps. First one of the night. 1 lap to go, and they'll turn them loose. Front row, Matt Waltz and Dude Gibbs. Row 2, Dean Shiflett and Greg Edwards. Row 3, Casey Wyatt and Dwayne Shreves. Row 4, Nick Smith and Gary Weeks. Terry Carroll next to Danny Edwards in row 5. Wesley Falk and Brandon Brown. Butterbean right there in 13th next to Jeremy Grogg. We got Jeff Oakley and Shane Lockhart. Jeff Shiflett, Mark Wirtz. C.E. Falk and Justin Carroll. Clayton Parrish. And we are ready to go for 75 laps at Langley Speedway as they turn them loose. Shane Snyder, our flagman, waves that green flag. We're underway. They're going to battle it out down the back straightaway for that second spot as Dean Shiflett tries to hang on to it. And the 77 all over. The 92, he spins around. 77, Nick Smith climbed all over the 92-9 machine of Casey Wyatt. And a couple of cars backwards and stopping over there in turn number 3. That includes the 16 of Jeff Oakley, Danny Edwards, Nick Smith. The reason for this main wreck that we've got going on is Nick Smith got into Casey Wyatt on the first lap, not even 1 lap completed. Butterbean, he's got damage. He's down there in the ditch in between 3 and 4 as the leaders come by. Anything under 100 laps, the caution flags do not count. Casey Wyatt still moving, but a lot of torn up sheet metal on the side of the 92.9, the wave car for Casey Wyatt. He's trying to get into the pits along with Butterbean, the 03. He makes his way down pit road. There's the 95, Shane Lockhart. 41, Wesley Falk has got damage on the front end of his automobile. And that car is wasted, the 77, the Town Bank machine. Nick Smith climbs from the car. All right, we're just about set to get back to the green flag action here at Langley Speedway. I'd like to remind everybody in the skyboxes, make sure you turn off the lights. We're about to go green. Turn off your lights in your skybox. Larry King Law Super Trucks. Larry King Law sponsors Skybox. Please make sure you turn off your lights. Thank you. We appreciate it. We're just about ready to go after that first caution. The first caution for Nick Smith, making it 3 wide below Casey Wyatt and Dwayne Shreves, and really messing up his night and messing up his race car. Also took out the 16 of Jeff Oakley. Danny Edwards, the 20 of Gary Weeks, had damage. Jeff still in the race in the 16. 41, Wesley Falk, the 95 of Shane Lockhart, and Casey Wyatt, the 92.9 machine with damage. As we are back underway. And again, 3 wide at the exit of 2. Greg Edwards, the meat and the sandwich. Dwayne Shreves underneath Greg Edwards. And then again, the same thing happens. The 68 gets into the 90 of Terry Carroll. The same exact spot. Then Nick Smith ended up in the wall. He got in the 68 and made damage all over the side of Brandon Brown. What is going on with these guys? 68, Brandon with a lot of damage. His car climbs over. In the 90, Terry Carroll. And he pretty much has the same damage that Casey Wyatt did when Nick Smith got into him on the first lap. We cannot seem to get to lap 1 for the late models, which is the premier division at Langley Speedway, but not driving like it tonight. Look at all the sheet metal hanging off the 68. Brandon Brown, he pulls into his pits. They'll get that torn off and see if they can get him back out. Man, what is going on? Is there a full moon that I don't know about? Matt Waltz, he's up there in a good spot. Matt Waltz and Dude Gibbs will line up side by side. Greg on the outside of the 12 of Dean Shiflett. Wayne Shreves, 38. 83, Jeremy Grog. 01, Jeff Shiflett. Mark Wirtz, the 55. You got the 40 of C.E. Falk, just ahead of Casey Wyatt's. 92.9, the Wave Machine. And the 16, Jeff Oakley. Wesley Falk. Butterbean McQueen. The 03. Brendan Queen, the 91, Justin Carroll, Clayton Parrish in 56, the 95, Shane Lockhart, and Terry Carroll back in the race as we get underway. Let's see what happens this time. Can we get to lap 1? Greg Edwards dives underneath Dude Gibbs to try and take away the third spot. Can I get a hallelujah? We did it. All right, now up front, the 12, Dean Shiflett, chasing down the 2 of Matt Waltz for the lead. Dean Shiflett, a very fast race car tonight, along with Matt Waltz in that 2, who drifts up high in the 4. Here goes Dean Shiflett down low, making a move. Door to door between turns 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Dude Gibbs slides up high as Jeff Shiflett gets by. So does the 40 of C.E. Falk. One car slowing up dramatically on the racetrack. That is the backup machine, the 56 of Clayton Parrish. CE working his way up through the traffic, gets to the inside of the 01 of Jeff Shiflett. Now Casey Wyatt, the Wave Machine, makes the pass. Dude Gibbs also trying to get underneath Jeff Shiflett. The 56 comes into the pits and will park it. Clayton Parrish. Nick Smith out. Gary Weeks, he's out. Danny Edwards and Brandon Brown also out of this event due to the wrecks we've had. Coming up on lap 6 as Dean Shiflett leads Matt Waltz, Greg Edwards, Dwayne Shreves, and in 5th already it is C.E. Falk, followed by Casey Wyatt, Jeff Shiflett, Dude Gibbs, Brendan Queen, and Mark Wirtz in the top 10. Jeff Oakley trying to work his way back up through the traffic, trying to get to the inside of Wesley Falk to the 11th position. They're just behind Casey Wyatt. Dude Gibbs, again, gathers up some steam, gets to the inside of Jeff Shiflett, makes the pass in the curve in Orthopedic 01. Now Butterbean in the 03 coming underneath to take away that 8th position from Jeff Shiflett. Dean Shiflett, wouldn't it be something if he got his win? He's been fast all year long, but just had some bad luck. He's about 6 car lengths ahead of Matt Waltz. Same distance back to Greg Edwards, the 97.3, the Eagle Ride in 3rd spot, followed very closely by Dwayne Shreves in 38. C.E. Falk, the 40, Hampton Roads Toyota Dealers Machine in 5th. Casey Wyatt in 6th. 92.9 the Wave car. Dude Gibbs right on his back bumper, about 2 car lengths behind. And then Jeff Shiflett, Brendan Queen, Mark Wirtz the top 10. Wesley Falk the 41.11. Jeff Oakley, 16 is 12th. Jeremy Grogg, the 83, 13th. Terry Carroll, the 90 is 14th. Shane Lockhart's 95. He's still on the lead lap. They repaired the damage on his automobile. Justin Carroll, the 91 and 16th. All these cars on the lead lap. Clayton Parrish once again is out. Nick Smith, Gary Weeks, Danny Edwards, and Brandon Brown, the 68, also out. Brendan Butterbean Queen looking on the inside of the 0-1 of Jeff Shiflett now between turns 1 and 2. This is a battle for the 8th position between the 0-1 and the 0-3 and the 55. The Dunkin' Donuts machine, Mark Wirtz. His car running a little bit better than it did earlier today. As far as practice goes, Mark is hanging tough right behind Butterbean in the 0-3. Now looking on the inside. 15 laps completed. Dean Shiflett, Charborough, North Carolina driver, out front in the 12. Dean Shiflett, he's got Hopper Landscape, Charlie High, Racing Engine, Four Seasons Pest Control, and precision powder coating on his automobile. And Dean Shiflett, like we said, fast all year long, now leads the field, goes around the 91 of Justin Carroll, but Matt Waltz is closing in on the 2. Now within about 4 car lengths on Dean Shiflett's number 12. And C.E. Falk closing in on Dwayne Shreves between turns 1 and 2. The 38 and the 40 will battle it out, and that is for 4th. Dwayne Shreves and the 40, C.E. Falk, they continue to battle it out for 4th. It's about 3.5 car lengths separating first to second as Matt Waltz continues to reel in Dean Shiflett. C.E. Falk just about lost at that time as he went between turns 1 and 2. The back end of his car kicked sideways. He had to hang on to it. Had some very, very tough luck in qualifying today. Ended up starting near the rear of the field, but he's moved his way all the way up to 5th. Ahead of Casey Wyatt, Dude Gibbs, Brendan Queen, Mark Wirtz, and Jeff Shiflett in the top 10. The 91, Justin Carroll, off the pace just a bit. He's back there in 15th. '16 and 41, that's Jeff Oakley and Wesley Falk. They battled it out for the 11th position. Jeff Oakley caught up in that first lap wreck. That wreck where Nick Smith got into Casey Wyatt. Made it 3 wide with Dwayne Shreves on the outside. Casey was down low. And Nick Smith was even lower. And his automobile climbed all over the side of the 92. He took out some very good race cars. He did some damage to the 16 of Jeff Oakley, 26 Danny Edwards, who is out of this event, back in 20th position. The 41 of Wesley Falk had some damage. He's back out in the race. The 95, Shane Lockhart. He's had some problems after that wreck. Casey Wyatt still running good up there in the top 6 after he got that damage from the 77 of Nick Smith. Then when we tried to do it again, Brandon Brown, the 68, got into Terry Carroll's ride. Just about the same exact spot on the racetrack and just about the same exact wreck. Matt Waltz in second spot in car number 2. From Newport News, Waltz Engineered Sales, Daycon Incorporated, the law office of Philip J. Forbes, and the Carmine family having a very good run again tonight. Qualified on the front row in car number 2. Dean Shiflett qualified 3rd. He was able to get by and maintains the lead now, about 2 car lengths ahead of Matt Waltz. Looks like Dean's car might be getting a little loose at the exit of the turns. He still stays about a car length and a half ahead of the 2 of Matt Waltz, but Matt is closing in as they go around the lap machine of Terry Carroll, the 90. Terry just got that ride fixed, came out here and got wrecked by the 68 on that second caution flag. Now it's about a car length between the 12 and the 2. Dean Shiflett will try and hold off the challenge of Matt Waltz as long as he can. He's trying to get to lap 75, and we're only approaching lap number 30 for the late model stock cars. The Whelen All-American Racing Series, Whelen and Mobile One night at the races, and here goes Matt Waltz. He is ready to mount the challenge for the lead on the 12 of Dean Shiflett. All over the back bumper down the back straightaway. Greg Edwards, about 3/4 of a straightaway back. A little contact that time between Matt Waltz and the 12 of Dean Shiflett. And again, the 2 trying to get the nose of his automobile down to the inside of the 12, to the rear quarter panel. Tight racing up front between the 12 and the 2. Dwayne Shreves trying to hold off the challenge of C.E. Falk back here for 4th as the battle rages on for the lead. Here goes the 40 of C.E. Falk to the inside of Dwayne Shreves. Gets to the inside of his automobile, makes the pass, and the Hampton Roads Toyota car now in 4th position. Matt Waltz also. They get around the 91 of Justin Carroll. Gives a little bit of a nudge to the 12 of Dean Shiflett for the lead. Matt Waltz has been looking at that Moyoc Automotive logo on the back bumper of the 12 for the past 30-some laps. Now he's almost to the inside on the 12 of Dean Shiflett. Gives him a nudge at the exit of 4. Tries to pull up halfway next to his automobile and his race car between turns 1 and 2. Side by side, door to door down the back straightaway for the lead. There's Matt Waltz. Scoots underneath the 12. But Dean Shiflett not giving up. Gives him plenty of racing room down on the inside. But doesn't want to give up that lead too easily. Great race between these two. Matt Waltz, again, door to door with the 12 of Dean Shiflett. They make their way between 3 and 4. Matt Waltz pulls about halfway past the 12 of Dean. Giving each other plenty of room, showing great sportsmanship so far. Still dead even. Door to door, wheel to wheel. Matt pulls a little bit ahead on Dean again. Makes the pass, and Waltz is in the lead now. Matt has been able to pull off the lead. Dean Shiflett back to 2nd. Greg Edwards has been able to close in on these guys as they were racing. And now Greg Edwards wants a piece of the action. He's about 3 car lengths behind the 12 of Dean Shiflett. Top 3 separated by about 2.5 car lengths to 3 down the back straightaway. The 2, the 12, and the 97. Matt Waltz leads Dean Shiflett, Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk in 4th in the 40 car. 38, Dwayne Shreves in 5th. Hugh Gibbs, the 7, is in 6th. It's Casey Wyatt, the 92.9, the Wave car, in 7th. Brendan Queen, the 03. Butterbean in 8th. Mark Wirtz, the Dunkin' Donuts, 55 in 9th. And Jeff Shiflett, Corvin Orthopedic, 01 in the top 10. Now it's the 41 trying to get to the inside of Jeff Shiflett. Wesley Falk, the 41 in 11th. He wants 10th. Greg Edwards closes in on Dean Shiflett for that 2nd spot. The 97.3, the Eagle car, Greg Edwards doing all he can to make the pass on Dean Shiflett's number 12. Tight racing here at Langley Speedway. It's lap number 43. Greg Edwards trying to make the pass on Dean, gives him a little nudge, makes the pass down the back straightaway. Got the 12 sideways at the exit of 2. Greg Edwards about 10 to 15 car lengths behind the leader, Matt Waltz. C.E. Falk in 4th position. Closing in on the 12 of Dean Shiflett for that 3rd spot. 3 to 3.5 car lengths separate those two. Leader of the race, Matt Waltz, makes his way out of turn number 4, right behind the 01 of Jeff Shiflett. Jeff shown in 11th position as Wesley Falk was able to make the pass a few laps ago. And now C.E. Falk, 3-time Langley Speedway champion, closing in on the back bumper of the 12 of Dean Shiflett, who led most of this race. Dean falling back just a bit. C.E. Falk sees traffic just ahead. Tries to get on the bottom of the racetrack to make the move on Dean Shiflett. Can't quite catch him. And again, almost into the back bumper on the 12. C.E. Falk again. Can catch the 12 in the turn, but once Dean gets into the gas, he leaves Falk by about a car length and a half. Matt Waltz continues to lead Greg Edwards, then Dean Shiflett, C.E. Falk, and Dwayne Shreves top 5. Dude Gibbs, Casey Wyatt, Brendan Queen, Mark Wirtz, and Wesley Falk in the top 10. Traffic just ahead, the 16, Jeff Oakley, and the 01, Jeff Shiflett. As these two guys continue to battle it out for third spot. CE down on the bottom, the 12 on the high side. Now they're door to door, but they've got traffic just ahead. It's Jeff Oakley. Dean uses the 16 as a pick, stays ahead of CE Falk on the back straightaway. Now they get by the outside of the 01 of Jeff Shiflett. And CE's going to have to do it all over again. Try and get on the bottom of the racetrack to make the move on Dean Shiflett in the 12. 52 laps completed. It has been a crazy race to get underway. We finally got it underway, and things seem to sort out just a bit. And some great side-by-side battles tonight. Matt Waltz was a part of that action. He's now the guy that maintains the lead over Greg Edwards, the 97.3, the Eagle car. As Matt Waltz from Newport News, the Waltz Engineered Sales #2, continues to lead. Dean Shiflett doing a great job to hold off CE Falk. This has been one of the best races of the year for the 12 of Dean Shiflett. From Charborough, North Carolina, Virginia Beach's own CE Falk, 3-time Langley Speedway champion, trying to make that move as Greg Edwards makes the move and makes the pass on CE's brother, the 41 of Wesley, who's a lap down. CE Falk not giving up, trying to make that pass again on the 12 of Dean Shiflett. They race door to door, back straightaway. CE drifts up a little bit, got into the 12 just a little bit. Nudged him out of the way, makes the pass. CE Falk now in third spot. Top 10 once again, Matt Waltz leads in the 2, the 97, Greg Edwards in second, CE Falk the 43rd, Dean Shiflett the 12, 4th, Dwayne Shreves 38 is 5th, Dude Gibbs, the 7 is 6th. Casey Wyatt, the 92, 7th. Brendan Queen, 03. Butterbean in 8th. Mark Wirtz, the Dunkin' Donuts, 55 in 9th. Wesley Falks, 41 in 10th. Then you've got Jeff Oakley, the 16 and 11th. Jeff Shiflett, the 01, 12th. Justin Carroll, the 91, 13th. Jeremy Grogg, the 83, 14th. Terry Carroll, the 90 is out. So is Shane Lockhart's 95. Clayton Parrish in 56. Nick Smith 77. Gary Weeks also out in the 20. Danny Edwards with a lot of damage from that first lap wreck. And Brandon Brown as well in the 68. The 7 in the 01. Dude Gibbs. And there's Jeff Shiflett in the 01. Thought Dude would have a better race than he did. Started up there on the outside front row along with Matt Waltz with the fastest lap today in qualifying. And there he goes in car number 2 between turns 1 and 2. Greg Edwards second. 97.3 the Eagle, Danny's Glass, a few of the sponsors on the 97. Conserve Wireless, Browers Mechanical, and Fair Distributing. Third spot, CE Falk, Hampton Roads Toyota Dealers, After Hours Fabrication, WP Racing Shocks and Racing Electronics. Dean Shiflett, 4th position in a great run tonight for the Wheelmans with Hopper Landscaping, Charlie High Racing Engines, Four Seasons Pest Control, Precision Powder Coating, and Dwayne Shreves with the top 5 shaping up from Chesapeake, Virginia, the Shreves Racing Chevrolet. Dude Gibbs in the 7. Once again, he started on the outside front row from Yorktown, KeysVacations.com. Also Extreme Racing Products and Duties Used Auto Parts. Casey Wyatt, the 92.9 The Wave, Signature Mulch, Art Newsom, Heating and Air, Joe's Auto Parts, Chevrolet. Casey was caught up in that wreck when the 77, Nick Smith, climbed all over the left rear of the automobile, but Casey's still fast, up there in 7th position. Butterbean, the 03, with Wall Law Offices, Extreme Design, Atkins Motorsports, and Brendan in the 03 and 8. Mark Works, Dunkin' Donuts sponsoring that automobile, as they have for many years. Mark Works doing a good job tonight with the top 10 shaping up. CMIT Solutions, Superior Pawn and Gun, Bayport Credit Union and East Coast Synthetics. And Wesley Falk in the 41, Magic Hat Social Media, Racing Electronics, and WP Racing Shocks. There's a guy looking for some sponsorship and having a great run tonight. Dwayne Shreves in 5th in car 38. 5 laps to go for the 2 of Matt Waltz. The lead for Matt back to Greg Edwards is about a half a straightaway. Greg Edwards with a 55 in between the two and himself. Greg wants to win so bad, and he's very fast every week. He's in 2nd spot now. C.E. Falk is about a half a racetrack behind Greg in 3rd spot. Some of the guys caught up in that wreck include Casey Wyatt and the 03. Butterbean, they're racing each other down the back straightaway. That is for 7th position. 2 laps to go. Casey trying to hold off Butterbean for that position as they race between turns 1 and 2. Brendan in the 03 closing in on the number 92, the 01 Jeff Shiflett just ahead, who's not on the lead lap, and the 16 just ahead of his automobile, and that's Jeff Oakland. Checkered flag is out, and the man who wins it is the 2 of Matt Waltz. Matt does a great job after he fell back a little bit and went up there and took that lead away from Dean Shiflett. He maintained the lead after that crazy start we had, and Matt Waltz, who qualified on the pole, wins the race, just ahead of Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, and Dwayne Shreves. Waltz Engineered Sales, Davcon Incorporated, Law Office of Philip J. Forbes, and the Carmine family, sponsoring the winning ride of Matt Waltz, who wins for the first time in 2013 at Langley Speedway. Matt Waltz wins over Greg Edwards, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, and Dwayne Shreves' top 5. Dude Gibbs, Brendan Queen, Casey Wyatt, Mark Wirtz, and Wesley Falk in the top 10, followed by Jeff Oakley, Jeff Shiflett, Justin Carroll, Jeremy Grogg, Terry Carroll, and look who's in victory lane. It's Matt Waltz in the 2.
Excited crew down here, Mike. Let me tell you what, these guys have been testing and tuning on those F50s and 45s, and also the golden Wheeling medallion will be placed around his neck. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up, Matt Waltz right there. Man, Matt, come on over here, man. Talk about obstacles in 2013. Went away, did some touring and traveling. You come back to a track that's got new asphalt, a new tire situation. You guys have been working hard to put this car, make it fast, and put it here in victory lane and win a race at Langley. Yeah, I tell you what, I got to thank everybody that helped me get here. And ever since we built this car last year, it's been great. Thank Preach Motorsports, Racing Fabrication, Billy Banks Racing Engine, Waltz Engineered Sales. It's about time we got all of us some victory lane time. Davcon Incorporated, Phil Forbes, attorneys at law. I just got to thank everybody. Good job, man. Thanks. How important is this to win at Langley? And it's not an easy track to get around in the first place with the new asphalt, but to come in here and win the way you did, that's got to make you feel pretty good. Yeah, you know, it's just awesome to be back here at the home track, Langley Speedway, and to be sitting here in victory lane. You know, it's an indescribable feeling. We've all worked so hard, and it's just taken so much. Glad to finally be here. I know you got a lot of crew members that help you out as well. Yeah, and I'd like my grandparents came too, and that's really awesome that they got to come see me get my first win. So they were here tonight for your first win, or you're going to have to invite them back more often? Yeah, they'll have to try to make out here all the time. Guess I'm a good luck charm. Congratulations to you, Matt. We still got another race to go, 75's last race of the evening. Do you make any changes, and what do you do now?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll think about it when we get back to the pit.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have a special medallion, a trophy from our friends at Willen. Larry McBride presenting you with the trophy and the trophy girl. And for the first of two tonight, maybe you can get another one. Let's present that to you. The Willen Gold Medallion. Ladies and gentlemen, winner to Matt Waltz right there, Langley Speedway.
Greg Edwards comes down pit road. They'll jack up the right side. And let's see what they're going to do on Greg's automobile. The 97.3, the Eagle car, finished second in the first race. We'll see if we can find out what's going on with Greg's machine. They're over there once again working feverishly underneath that automobile, trying to get his car ready to race. The NASCAR Willen All-American Series. NASCAR late model stock car is about ready to get into the gas and up through the gears. Dean Shiflett had a great race the first race he ran tonight. Dude Gibbs also. C.E. Falk made it up to third spot. The two of Matt Waltz up there ready to win two in a row tonight. Casey Wyatt, he's up there along with Brendan Queen, the 03. Scoreboard lights have just gone out. Hopefully they'll get that fixed. Here we go. Toyota Tundra comes down pit road. We're underway at Langley Speedway. Green flag action. Matt Waltz, he takes over where he left off, and one car hard in the wall. Danny Edwards between turns 1 and 2. Something not right with the 26. Looks like something broke. He got up into the wall between 1 and 2. And hopefully Danny's all right. Man, that was a hard hit. Hood flew up on the automobile, and his car sits between turns 1 and 2. Toyota Tundra about to make its way into the pits the next time they circle around, as we have the 2 of Matt Waltz and the 12 of Dean Shiflett out front. C.E. Falk in the 40, 38 Dwayne Shreves, and Dude Gibbs in the 7. Casey Wyatt, Brendan Queen in the 03, the 41 of Wesley Falk. Mark Wirtz in 55, Jeff Shiflett in the 01. 16, Jeff Oakley. Jeremy Grogg, 83. Terry Carroll, the 90. Shane Lockhart, the 18. Gary Weeks in the 20. Greg Edwards working his way up from the rear of the field. And he'll try to do that. Nick Smith in the 10, and Justin Carroll, the 91, as we're back underway. Once again, we're trying to get to lap number 1. Had a hard time doing it on the first 75 lapper as Matt Waltz leads the field down. He crosses the start-finish line ahead of the 40 of C.E. Falk, who was able to get by that 12 of Dean Shiflett. Casey Wyatt trying to get to the inside of the 7 of Dude Gibbs on the back straightaway. For position, Casey caught up in that first lap wreck on the first race we had. This crew did a great job to get that car repaired and getting some speed and a top 10 finish. Casey trying to get to the inside on Dude. His car got a little squirrely at the exit of 2 that time. Jeff Oakley makes the move on the 0-1 of Jeff Shiflett. Makes the pass. Here goes Casey again, trying the inside of Dude Gibbs on the back straightaway. Gets underneath Dude now between turns 3 and 4, almost. And look at this, C.E. Falk, the 12 and the 38 with a good run and a good race. Second, third, fourth, and fifth, nose to tail. C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Dwayne Shreves, and Butterbean in the 03 in the top 5. Then a little bit further back, about 10 car lengths back, the Dude Gibbs in the race between Dude and Casey in the 92.9 The Wave machine. Then Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, Jeff Oakley, Jeff Shiflett, and Terry Carroll in the 90. Matt Waltz about a 10 car length advantage over C.E. Falk. He's pulling away. Casey White again trying to make a move on that 7 of Dude Gibbs. He's gotten to the inside a couple of times. Now he closes in on the back bumper. A race for the 6th position between Dude Gibbs and Casey Wyatt. Dude gives him a little room on the inside this time. Casey makes the pass. Casey Wyatt in 6th. And here comes Wesley Falk to the inside of Dude Gibbs. It's Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Dwayne Shreves, Brendan Queen, Casey Wyatt, Wesley Falk, Dude Gibbs, Mark Wirtz, and Jeff Oakley the top 10. Then you got Jeff Shiflett, Terry Carroll, Greg Edwards working his way up through the field. After having a problem underneath the automobile they had to fix. Something with the gearing, I do believe. And Greg now up to 13th. Gary Weeks, the 20 car 14th. Shane Lockhart, the 18 and 15th. Then Jeremy Grogg, Nick Smith, Justin Carroll, Danny Edwards out after that wreck in between 1 and 2. "11 laps completed. Casey Wyatt was able to pull away quite a bit after he was able to get by the Dude Gibbs machine. Dude fell back all the way to, it looks like, 13th position. So his car is going away. Here goes the Wirtz machine, the Dunkin' Donuts 55. Great race between Wesley Falk, Mark Wirtz, and Jeff Oakley 16. Mark Wirtz looking for some good luck. He's had some bad luck this year, trying to turn his season around. 3 races into it, now 4, as we have our second 75 lapper for the night. And again, the 55 trying to get underneath him. Also, Dean Shiflett, the 12, racing with C.E. Falk for the 2nd spot. Mark Wirtz, the Dunkin' Donuts 55, closes in on the back bumper of the 41. Meanwhile, the 12 to the inside of C.E. Falk for that 2nd spot. C.E. protects the bottom of the racetrack, almost cuts off the 12. Terry Carroll and Greg Edwards go at it. Terry in 11th, Greg Edwards trying to take that position away. A lot of great racing everywhere you look. Wesley Falk again being pushed between 1 and 2 that time by the 55 of Mark Wirtz. And again, Mark being challenged by the 16 of Jeff Oakley. And here goes Greg Edwards to the inside of Terry Carroll. The white and the red 97 makes the pass, and here goes Dude Gibbs. He's going to try and get back up there if he can. 18 laps completed out of 75. Mark Wirtz into the 41 a little bit on Wesley. Looks like Wesley might be holding up these guys. And here goes Mark making his move to the inside at the exit of 2. And Greg Edwards is coming fast. He's trying to get on Shiflett's inside. Jeff Shiflett cuts off the 97 a little bit that time between 1 and 2. Greg stays behind the Curvin Orthopedic number 01 of Jeff Shiflett. Mark Wirtz able to move away from the 41 of Wesley Falk, as well as the 16 of Jeff Oakley, doing a good job again tonight. Greg makes the pass on Jeff Shiflett. Jeff Oakley of Prince George, Virginia with Rock Island Creek Whitetails, and he's in 8th position ahead of Wesley Falk. Greg Edwards now in 10th. "22 laps completed here at Langley Speedway, the second 75-lap race for the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. Whelen and Mobil 1 night at the races. Matt Waltz leads C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, the top 3. Then Dwayne Shreves, Brendan Queen, Casey Wyatt in 6th. Mark Wirtz is in 7th. Jeff Oakley, the 8th position. Wesley Falk is in 9th. Greg Edwards in 10th. Where Greg is trying to pass as many cars as he can. He gets to the inside on the 41 of Wesley. They race door to door down the back straightaway. Now Greg Edwards makes the pass on Wesley Falk. And a problem with the 16 of Jeff Oakley. Everybody slams on the brakes to avoid it. Caution flag is out for Jeff Oakley with smoke billowing from the back end of the 16. He was in 9th position when he came across the line. Jeff Oakley had a great run going tonight, and something let go on the Rock Island Whitetails, number 16. And no takers yet. Casey Wyatt's going to try it on the outside and see what he's got for him. So is Greg Edwards. We knew he probably would. Mark Wirtz also going to give it a shot on the outside. This is going to get exciting. Dude Gibbs in the 7. He slips up to the high side, uses the St. Leo University cone rule to his advantage. I got a feeling this is going to be a wild restart. Here we go. Toyota Tundra truck will come down pit road. 4th race of the season. 2nd twin 75 of the night. Matt Waltz into the gas ahead of the 40 of C.E. Falk and Casey Wyatt on the outside. Dean Shiflett dives underneath Casey Wyatt. They race for the 3rd spot. Dwayne Shreves to the inside of the 55 of Mark Wirtz. Casey gets back in line in 4th. Dwayne Shreves now to his inside between turns 1 and 2 almost, but Casey protects that position. He remains in 4th. 92.9 the wave car just ahead of the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. Gets a little bit of a nudge from the 38. Dude Gibbs to the inside of Mark Wirtz, the Dunkin' Donuts 55. Casey being nudged by the 38 again at the exit of 2. And Greg Edwards is there in the 97.3, the Eagle car. Casey gives plenty of room to Dwayne Shreves and stays ahead as he gets up momentum on the high side. Dean Shiflett follows very closely behind C.E. Falk for that 2nd spot. Greg Edwards trying to take away 5th from the 38 of Dwayne Shreves. And here to the inside of Mark Wirtz is Wesley Falk in the 41. In-car camera tonight in the 12 of Dean Shiflett, who's in 3rd spot from TM Racing Videos. And don't forget, you can purchase those videos here at Langley Speedway at the fan club booth. Top 3 cars at the exit of 2. Then you got the exit from the 4th position, Casey Wyatt, Dwayne Shreves, Greg Edwards, Dude Gibbs, and Butterbean in the 03. So it's Matt Waltz leading, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Casey Wyatt, Dwayne Shreves, Greg Edwards, Dude Gibbs, Brendan Queen, Jeff Shiflett, and Wesley Falk in the top 10. Followed by Mark Wirtz, Terry Carroll, Gary Weeks, Shane Lockhart in the 18 this race, Jeremy Grogg, Justin Carroll, then Jeff Oakley out, Nick Smith out, and Danny Edwards also out in 26. Mark Wirtz being challenged by the 90. Terry Carroll back here for the 11th position. Casey Wyatt staying ahead of Dwayne Shreves for 4th. Greg Edwards trying to get to the inside of Dwayne to take that position away. Looks now at the entrance to turn 1. Now follows the back bumper between 1 and 2. Casey Wyatt, Dwayne Shreves, Greg Edwards, and Dude Gibbs, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Then the 03 Butterbean in 8th. Jeff Shiflett, the 01 9th. Wesley Falk, 41 and 10th. Top 3, Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, and Dean Shiflett. Greg Edwards trying all he can to get to the inside of Dwayne to take that position away. That is for fifth. 97.3, the Eagle ride. Dude Gibbs with keysvacation.com on the side of his ride, and he is following the tire tracks and looking at the Browers Mechanical logo on the back bumper of Greg Edwards, who's now looking on the inside of Dwayne Shreves. It's been fun to watch Greg come up through the field. He's now on the inside of Dwayne, gives him a little bit of a shot to the inside and almost scooted him out of the way, but just a polite nudge, letting him know that I gotta go. Dude Gibbs trying to do the same thing and work his way on the inside of Dwayne Shreves for sixth position. So it's Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, and Dean Shiflett, the top three. Matt Waltz, Waltz Engineered Sales, Davcon Incorporated, Law Office of Philip J. Forbes, and the Carmine family, the first winner tonight. C.E. Falk, Hampton Roads Toyota Dealers, number 40. Dean Shiflett with Hopper Landscaping, Charlie High Racing Engines, Four Seasons Pest Control, and Precision Powder Coating on the 12 and third spot. Casey Wyatt, the 92.9 The Wave Chevrolet. Signature Mulch, Art Newsom. Joe's Auto Parts, get some extreme wear while you're out commercial cleaning. Forever Green Lawn Care, a few of the sponsors on the 92. Going to be chased down by Greg Edwards in the 97. Those two radio station machines. Greg Edwards, the 97.3, the Eagle ride. He's got ComServe also. Flowers Mechanical, Danny's Glass, and Fair Distributing. Good friends with Casey. Let's see what happens here on the racetrack. 42 laps completed. And Dean Shiflett hounding the 40 of C.E. Falk for that second spot. Casey Wyatt giving Greg a little bit of room on the inside, but trying to protect that position at the same time. Greg Edwards just about pushed Casey that time between turns 3 and 4. Now he's got the nose of his car underneath, just about on the 92.9 The Wave car. Casey once again drifts up. Greg trying to get as low as he can to make the pass on Casey. Side by side they race now between turns 1 and 2. Greg does make the pass. Casey gives him room and lets him go. Casey back to 6. Dean Shiflett staying tucked right under the 40 car, the Hampton Roads Toyota ride of C.E. Falk, as Matt Waltz continues to lead and walk the dog about 12 car lengths ahead of C.E. Falk and Dean Shiflett. Look at this great race for the second spot. Dean Shiflett. Can he make the pass on C.E. Falk and take over second and then catch to the 1? The guy in the 2 car in the top spot, number 1 tonight, Matt Waltz. C.E. Falk. Here we go. Dean Shiflett. I can't wait to see the camera footage on his ride. Dean Shiflett with an in-car camera tonight in the 12. Doing all he can to get to the inside of the 40 of C.E. Falk to make the move. "25 laps completed. Here goes Dean Shiflett again, working it. Casey Wyatt trying to stay ahead of the 38 of Dwayne Shreves and Dude Gibbs. Back in the 6th position. Or actually 5th position, I should say. Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Greg Edwards, and Casey Wyatt, the top 5. As the 20 car, something is let go in the 20, brings out the caution flag. And you see the smoke down the back straightaway as the 20 comes down pit road. They're going to check the racetrack to see if the track is safe. Top 5, Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Greg Edwards, and Casey Wyatt. Right cone rule is in effect. St. Leo University cone. Greg Edwards goes to the outside. So does Dude Gibbs in the 7. 41 of Wesley Falk. This is going to put Greg Edwards where he wants to be. Up there on the outside of the lead car and the winning car so far tonight, Matt Waltz. Wesley Falk, he's back there. He went to the outside to use the St. Leo University cone along with Dude Gibbs in the 7. And up there on the outside front row, Greg Edwards to the outside of Matt Waltz. Let's see if Greg has anything for the 2 car. So far, so good. Matt Waltz does make the pass, though, on Greg. Stays ahead, and here comes C.E. Falk. He gives a nudge to the 97 of Greg Edwards. They've had the run-ins before. They rub again between turns 1 and 2. Door to door down the back straightaway. Greg's not giving up on the outside. C.E. Falk fighting for the second spot. Greg Edwards high on the racetrack. Can he hang on to it? Yes, he keeps it off the wall, but loses about 10 positions. Let's see how many he can get back before the end of the race. 53 laps completed. Now Greg to the outside of Shane Lockhart's 18. Wesley Falk challenging. Dude Gibbs now between 1 and 2. 54 laps completed. Wild race for the second 75-lapper. What a good race we've got going too. Matt Waltz leads C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Casey White, and Dwayne Shreves. Then Dude Gibbs, Wesley Falk, Brandon Queen, Mark Wirtz, Jeff Shiflett, the top 10. Terry Carroll just outside the top 10 in 11th and the 90. Then Shane Lockhart's 18. Greg Edwards back to 13th after racing on the outside with a leader and then getting a couple of nudges by the 40 of C.E. Falk. Got high on the racetrack between turns 3 and 4. Fell all the way back now to 13th. But he makes the move on the 18. He's now in 12th. Dean Shiflett still has a very fast race car. He might have something for C.E. Falk. Dwayne Shreves closes up on the back bumper of Casey Wyatt for 4th. Greg Edwards now will have to pass Terry Carroll and the 0-1 of Jeff Shiflett, who are racing hot and heavy at the exit of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Dean Shiflett. All he can see is that black bumper just ahead. C.E. Falk, every time he goes in the turns, is able to gain a lot of ground between 1 and 2. Greg Edwards trying to find a way around Terry Carroll's number 90. Greg did a great job to keep it off the wall between 3 and 4 after he got up into the loose stuff. He's one of the best out here. 3-time Langley Speedway track champion. 61 laps completed. Top 10, Matt Waltz, C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Casey White, and Dwayne Shreves. Then Dude Gibbs, Wesley Falk, Brendan Queen, Mark Wirtz, and Jeff Shiflett. Casey gets a nudge by the 38 of Dwayne Shreves at the exit of 2. Here goes Dwayne Shreves trying to stick his nose underneath Casey, gets him loose. Casey slides up the racetrack, but hangs on to that position. We're seeing some great driving by a lot of these guys out here tonight, showing what they're made of. Ten laps to go, next time by from Matt Waltz in the 2. Greg Edwards was able to get by the 90 of Terry Carroll. The 0-1 of Jeff Shiflett now closes in on Mark Wirtz for 9th. '97, Greg Edwards is off the pace. Greg Edwards slows up on the back straightaway with a problem with the 97 machine. Now pulls it down to the inside of the racetrack. Meanwhile, a great race continues between Dwayne Shreves and the 92.9, the wave car of Casey Wyatt. Casey's been nudged a few times by the 38, gives him room on the inside, and here goes Dwayne trying to take over 4th position. And Dude Gibbs trying to follow him through and does on the back straightaway. Well, Casey did a great job to hold those guys off. Falls back a little bit. Casey now in the 6th position. Mark Wertz is off the pace in the 55. His car barely moving now between 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, going very, very slow, trying to inch his way back to the pits. Greg Edwards is on pit road in the 97.3, the Eagle car. Side-by-side race between the 18 of Shane Lockhart. He gets by the 90 of Terry Carroll as Mark Wertz comes down pit road now. A few laps after Greg Edwards. Attrition, a big deal tonight in the late model stock cars. 5 laps to go for Matt Waltz in the 2. Newport News driver Matt Waltz looking for another win in just a few laps. C.E. Falk is about 3 car lengths ahead of Dean Shiflett in the 12. Matt Waltz leads C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Dwayne Shreves, Dude Gibbs, Casey White in 6th, Wesley Falk 7th, Butterbean the 03, Brendan Queen in the 8th position, Shane Lockhart the 18 9th, Terry Carroll in the top 10 in the 90. Matt Waltz will see the white flag this time he crosses the start-finish line, and he does. 1 lap to go for Matt Waltz. Matt Waltz about 8 to 10 car lengths ahead of C.E. Falk, then about 5 to 6 back to Dean Shiflett. Great race again, 2nd win of the night for Matt Waltz, who wins in the 2. Matt Waltz wins over C.E. Falk, Dean Shiflett, Dwayne Shreves, Dude Gibbs. Casey Wyatt finishes 6th, Wesley Falk 7th, Brendan Butterbean Queen in 8th, Shane Lockhart 9th, and Terry Carroll, the 90 car, in the top 10. Then Jeff Shiflett, Jeremy Grog, Justin Carroll, Mark Wertz with a problem at the end of the race finishes 14th. Greg Edwards with his problems tonight. Greg 15th, Gary Weeks the 20 and 16th, Jeff Oakley 16th. He's in 17th in the 16 car. Then Nick Smith and Danny Edwards with a tough break tonight at the beginning of the race between 1 and 2. Ends up crashing, bringing out the first caution flag. But there's your winner, the 2, Matt Waltz of Newport News. And we congratulate the Waltz family. And there is Matt. And here is Chuck.
Here he comes, 2-time winner, 2013, car number 2, Matt Waltz, right there. Well, okay, you got Larry McBride wet. There's something there. That's the thing.
That's all right. Larry deserves some too.
2, a magic number tonight. The 2 car, 2 wins. 2 gold medallions from Willen, our friends at Willen, big sponsor here in the Willen All-American Series. Man, I tell you, what a great night for this 2 team.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I was a little worried at the beginning because CE, you know, I knew he was going to be fast, and he always is. But I guess we proved we really had the car to beat tonight. And I just got to thank everybody, all the crew, Mom and Dad, Waltz Engineered Sales, Davcon Incorporated, Phil Forbes, Attorney at Law, Priest Motorsports Racing Fabrication, Billy Banks Racing Engines. You know, everybody, it's a big team effort, and all the pieces came together on the puzzle tonight.
I tell you, when you look at a night like tonight and to come back to Langley Speedway and put it all together, I mean, that's just the dedication of this crew, this team, and your sponsors to help make that happen for the number 2.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and like I said, just a big team effort, and we proved it the first night when I messed up qualifying and put it in the wall. And I think we'd have won that one if the tires didn't come apart. You know, we're not quitters, and we ain't going to quit, and going to keep trying to win these things.
Well, you add to your trophy collection tonight, you got 2 bookends for the 2. You have another gold medallion here from Willen. And we have a great hat for you. And now you're like your hat guy. Do we want to take a photo with or without the hat first? Here, we'll give you one tonight. There you go. And we'll give one to the winning driver, of course, and he is driver, the number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. There he is, Matt Waltz, with our congratulations. We'll do it again next Saturday night, 125 laps for the late models. Till next time, everybody.